City, it's the Wendy Williams Show.
I'm doing okay. Let's get started. It's time for... Come on. Welcome. Look, it's a really good day for Zoe Kravitz. She is living her best life, and she's young and still has so much more to go. All right, she's gonna be playing Catwoman in the next Batman movie. Now, you know, this is Lisa Bonet and Lenny Kravitz's daughter. She looks just like her mother. Gosh, and she's beautiful. Isn't she? I always felt as though Catwoman should be played by somebody exotical. You know what I mean? Like, you just can't be, like, they had Anne Hathaway do, I don't have anything against Anne Hathaway, it's just that, all right, back in 2015, Zoe said she couldn't even get an audition for a small role in that Batman movie that they were conjuring up at the time because she was told they're not going urban. Shady cameraman points right to the white woman. I'm sorry, he didn't mean that. But congratulations to Zoe, because now she's got a starring role and it opens in June of 2021. It's just a good time for her. She seems like a really nice girl, you know? Really a decent girl. Okay, this is what I got out of bed for today. Cuba Gooding Jr. Can we talk? Yes. All right, things are getting worse. Now, I don't know him, but I have been doing Hot Topics for over 30 years of my career. Like, you give me a mic and I just can't help but, you know, forget the music. Let's talk about the celebrities. Look, okay, so Cuba is back in court today for an arraignment for forcibly touching charges against, allegedly by 2 other women. And now there are 3 new women that have come forward. Yeah, in the last few hours of, you know, the 24 hours. Yeah, 3 new ones saying sexual misconduct they're alleging against him. They all have similar stories. The stories go back as far as 10 years, you see. But look, Catwoman, by the way, I love your rap. I love you, a girl after my own heart. I love it. But look, I've been around for a long time. And I'm surprised they only go back as far as 10 years. Anyway, 2 of the women are claiming that he grabbed their butts at a restaurant here in New York. The thing about the boob thing, the allegations that came out, we talked about it yesterday, I don't necessarily believe that. I just think that Cuba has boxed himself in a corner where, you know, once you throw up allegations, everything is believable. But he was sitting there with his new girlfriend at the restaurant. Remember, we showed you the footage and you've seen it on TV. There it is right there. He's sitting with his girlfriend. This woman comes over. She's a fan. She wants, you know, to shout him out or whatever. He's probably a touchy person. You know, I'm a touchy person. When I talk to you, I touch you, I grab your shoulder. Only we can't take a selfie. But, you know, I'm a touchy person. And I don't believe that he grabbed this. Thank you, TMZ, by the way, for that video. I don't believe that he grabbed the woman's boob. But I have heard a lot of stories that go back way further than 10 years regarding Cuba Gooding Jr. And You know, and I've seen pictures of him, and perhaps if you read the tabloids like I do, we've seen pictures of him standing on top of the table. Norman.
They're looking behind you.
Oh, there you go. Yup. He's got his shirt tied around his head like a turban. This is a grown man. He's got children. The young one, Piper, is only 14 years old. How do you think she's dealing with this? Then he's got a 22-year-old and a 25-year-old. They divorced his long-suffering wife. They separated. They were separated for 5 years. They were married for 20 years. I don't know whether they're actually divorced.
Yeah, I don't think there's any like final divorce.
Yeah, well, point being is, I think this man is going to jail. At the very least, I think that he needs to be monitored, and I don't believe that he will work again. Well, people don't want the trouble. You know, they got to insure the actors and be sure that they show up on time. The Me Too movement is in full effect, and he seems to not even care. This is a grown man, still doing the same reindeer games, allegedly, at a time when women are standing up and saying, we're not going to take it anymore. And it's so odd, you know, for kids. All right, it's so odd for the kids though, because, you know, we have to explain to our kids, whether you have a boy or a girl, how you're going to navigate through this Me Too world. I mean, I don't have a girl, but I do have a boy who missed the flight last night, of course. No, please, he was supposed to be here yesterday with his nephew. My niece shows up on time, but she's a good girl, Alex. You know, she's a broadcaster in Miami. She's right behind stage right now watching. Hey, Al. But no, she's responsible and, you know, whatnot. But, you know, when talking to my son, I'm like, you have to be careful with these girls out here because they're learning to Me Too even if they're lying. Because everybody is not telling the truth. Suzanne.
I agree with you.
Do you understand what I'm saying?
Yes, absolutely. I got 2 sons. They got to be careful.
Yeah. And yours are real young.
Yeah, they're young, but we talk to them about stuff starting now so that they know.
Yeah. I mean, I feel weird even at the show. I mean, we're on for 11 years. There are people that I like to hug good morning sometimes if I catch the feeling, like John Anderson.
Uh-huh.
Right?
Yep.
He's a little fluffy.
He might complain.
Right. No, you never know.
He wouldn't. Well, you never know.
I don't do it one-on-one, though. I always make sure Brendan's around.
Yep.
Somebody.
Yep.
I mean, it's weird. You know, and like the guys will say, Wendy, you have on a really pretty outfit. I'm like, oh, thank you. If I was a different kind of woman, you know what I mean? Like, you just can't do anything anymore, and it's horrible. What I did notice through all the Cuba, is it Cuba or Cuba? It doesn't even matter at this point. Look, I noticed that his lawyer uses a lot of hairspray and has really good contouring. When you see the lawyer in motion, though, when he relaxes his face, it looks like he is beat all around here, like contour for days. Well, this lawyer right here, he's a little man. He says that the 3 claims of the new ladies are baseless. Well, okay now, we'll be watching. And they only had one job yesterday, and that's to get on the plane to get up here from Miami. And they missed the plane. And you know what? When they called me, I wasn't even shocked. I said, then get on the next plane. We gotta go get that star on the Walk of Fame on Thursday. You boys. No. You boys are supposed to be flying out to LA with me. We're supposed to be having a good time with family and stuff. And then I was supposed to put chit chat my way in the pet hotel today. So my niece and I are scrambling around the house. Oh, this is the time they choose to hide and be all weird. And I opened up some pet food. I was gonna bring him, you know, sit in my office, and then right after the show, I was supposed to be bringing him to the pet hotel because I don't have time for that tomorrow because So you know what I did? I left him, instead of having food for 2, I left food for 1. And only a few licks of water. Yes, and I got here so late today, it's unbelievable. Because I'm squirming around the house, I got the cat carrier open, we were all supposed to be going, and here they go. And they're good girls, but they were acting up. Anyhow, look, If my son came home and said that he was about to marry a woman with 9 children, I would sedate him until I came back from seeing his family, or her family. Like, what the hell? 9 kids and now you're pregnant with your 10th? By my son? Okay, you are disinherited, number 1. These are the choices you make, dumbbell? Okay, now I love Keke Wyatt. She's an R&B singer. She's religious, she's beautiful. She's pregnant with her 10th child. Keke, I'm sorry, I gotta talk about you. That's a very beautiful picture, except when I realized that you're pregnant with your 10th child. Who's gonna pay for that? All right, let me break this down for you, okay? Keke has 3 children with her first husband, Ramat Morton, all right? Then they had an altercation on Christmas Day where she stabbed him with a knife. You all are gonna stop. Okay, so you imagine Christmas Day, the tree is up, the decorations are going, 3 children upstairs sleeping. They get in an altercation, she stabs him with a knife. So now Christmas is ruined for everyone. All right, then she's still beautiful, still holds herself together. You know her from music, although I can't think of one song. She had that one song, it was a slow jam back in the day. I think I played it when I worked at WBLS. I don't remember it either, girl. But I do remember her from R&B Divas. I used to host the reunions for them. And that's where I got to know Keke, like a really nice girl. She's not whorish, she's not thottish, she's religious. She's got a really cute personality, almost so cute it's innocent. Like maybe she's the girl who doesn't believe in birth control. If it's God's plan for us to get pregnant, then we're gonna get pregnant. That's where I'm coming from with her. Okay, so then she gets married again. Her second husband, Michael Jamar, he has a child from a previous relationship, but together they have 5 children, all right? So now we have, hold on, this is all too much for me. Hold on. 3 and 6. Okay, so that's 9 kids. 9 kids on a fledgling career. Who's paying for these kids? Like, what about when they need braces? And what about when they need tutor? I don't know about what you pay your tutor. By the time Kev graduated from we were paying a tutor $100 an hour, okay? And he would stay there until he got it right. So sometimes he might be at the tutor for like 3 hours, okay? And then have to double back around the next night and do tutor, but that's what you do. And then, you know, the tutor's long and the Ubers, and then you have to send them an Uber. So that's even more money. Look, then Michael left, this one right here where they have 6 kids together, all right? Although it said 5 in the prompter, why does it say 6 here?
Because he had a kid.
That's right.
Yeah.
That's not hers.
Right.
All right.
Well, she claims the kid.
She claims the kid?
Mm-hmm. But it's not biologically, it's her stepchild.
All right, that's not my child then. Okay, nobody's got time for that. All right, so then he left her, check this out, when she was pregnant with the last one. But last year, she got remarried to a man named Zachariah Daring. Now, Zachariah and Keke are pregnant with her 10th child. And this is where it comes like, all right, is Zachariah a billionaire? You know, because that's the only way I could see. And even that, money doesn't raise children, love raises children. You can't possibly have enough love in your heart for some other man's 9 kids, Zachariah. And then we looked up what he does for a living, and we combed the internet. Couldn't find a thing. We don't know whether he's a bus driver, a bricklayer. I don't know what he does. All I'm saying is, Keke, girl, good luck with that. Oh, and congratulations? Okay. And by the way, she's like 37, 38 years old, so she still has room to have more. Gwyneth Paltrow, everybody, her Goop website is under fire again. I just think that people just love to hate Gwyneth Paltrow. And I don't know the woman. All I know is that I'm consistent, that I always say, I think she's a natural beauty. She's a beautiful girl. Like one of those, scrub my face and leave the house. Anyway, but I don't know her. Anyway, so Goop, that's her website, just posted a blog telling readers how to achieve their leanest livable weight. I think the word lean is where people got upset. Because when people think of lean, they think skinny, like, you know, all your meat pressed to your bones. Like she has, like she has. You know, there are a few of us who need to carry a little extra weight. A few people around here Me Too'd me by telling me that my butt is growing. You know, some of the guys, they're like, Wendy, thank you. I have stairs in my new apartment, so I'm up and down the stairs constantly. And when I walk them like I'm doing lunges, and I think it's really working because I'm starting to get a little pop out. A little something. Now, I can't name the coworkers, otherwise they might be like, are you Me Tooing? They're like, I didn't even take it like that. When they say it, I'm like, thank you. You know? Oh, the times in which we live. Anyway, diet experts are pissed at Gwyneth. They're saying that she's glorifying skinniness and encouraging eating disorders. I don't think she's glorifying skinniness. It's just that she's a woman that people don't like. You know, she grew up with royalty. Her father on the sitcom or the soap opera. Her mom, you know, is an actress. And, you know, Gwyneth has a very elitist attitude. The stuff on her website is mostly very expensive, like a tissue box for $1,000 and, you know, stuff like that. Yeah. She's got her nose way up in the air and doesn't realize that the rest of us like to use coupons. And you know what I mean? I mean, or at least find a deal. Like, I'm the first one. If somebody says, how you doing? And I'm in a department store, I always say, well, how you doing? Can I use your 20% off? Oh, yes, I do. And they do it. All you have to do is smile and ask charmingly. And then I say, okay, here's how you get to the show. And when you get here, you know, I'm gonna acknowledge you.
Right.
I don't cut the coupons. I'm busy doing other stuff. But I definitely am looking for a deal. And I find that if she just said, everyone needs to find their ideal weight and then stick with that. I think the word ideal, as opposed to saying lean, you know. But I believe everyone needs to find their ideal weight and stick with that. And the only reason why that should change, even after you give birth, you know, do your best to get to your ideal weight. It'll make you feel better about yourself. It'll make you feel better about, you know, being a mom or whatever it is that you do in your life, whether it's working or whatever. An ideal weight doesn't mean skinny. It just means the weight that you feel the best. And Gwyneth, you know, you're way out of touch with us. And so I chuckle every time I read about you. My niece, she was telling a story about my mother, that would be her grandmother, when the wind blows, you know, and when you wear wigs and stuff, what happens? And my mother just puts her wig on. She doesn't, you know, she just puts it on. Like, I fasten mine down. Like, I can sleep in it, I can go on a roller coaster. It's not going anywhere anytime soon. My niece was telling me about how when my mother was on the deck at their condo in Miami, and the wind blew so hard, it blew my mother's wig off. Oh my gosh. So Kathy's here, you know, Kathy Griffin. And the thing about Kathy is that we have not heard anything from Kathy since she held the bloody Trump head, you know? And so she's giving us exclusive conversation today. So I want you to listen very closely because Kathy Griffin is next! So grab a snack and come on back. Please welcome back to our show. She hasn't been here forever. We haven't heard her talk about anything forever. Kathy Griffin.
Hi,
long time.
I know.
Wait, don't cross and get comfortable.
Oh, okay.
Shoe cam still
Yeah,
exists.
okay, so here we go.
Yeah, really cute. By who?
These are Fendi's.
Fendi's.
These are Fendi's, and I cannot go jogging in them.
No, well,
But they're for you.
thank you. And your slacks?
Carolina Herrera.
Okay. And your self-promotion? It's fabulous.
Do you love it? I have a movie out, and there's no like advertising money, no studio or anything. If I have to wear a sandwich board, I want people to see this movie. You can get it on Apple, Amazon, and as of October 8th, it's in 40 countries outside the US, and December 2nd, it'll be on Prime Video in 62 countries outside the US. Tell the story.
So last week on the show, Kathy,
Yes.
we did a throwback of a celebrity. We have this game that we play for a prize.
Oh.
I couldn't even guess that. How many nose jobs have you had?
2. That was 2 noses ago. And
okay.
I found out that as you get older, your nose grows and your ears grow. And I think
Oh, yes.
my nose is back to that again.
No, it's not. No,
But
it's
I
not.
can't have it gutted anymore. I'm afraid it'll like cave in or something.
Yeah.
So,
What
but
would you tell that girl? How old were you there?
Oh my, that was my 8th grade picture.
Okay.
And I work in, you know, the 5 head. And I'm sure I had tried to give myself a blowout because obviously my hair is extremely curly.
Yeah.
So that was my attempt at a blowout. And I was a Catholic girl gone bad. Like I was getting in trouble by the nuns all the time. And they would write on my report card, she has potential, but she's boy crazy. Which I still am.
Weren't we all?
Yes,
Yes.
thank you.
All right, so the hair looks great.
Thank you.
And must be easy. Must be easy to do.
I love it because you know, the first third of the film is a documentary that honestly, it was just filmed on phones because like nobody would take a meeting with me or do anything. And the second 2/3 of the film are a comedy concert film. And I made a special and nobody, you know, would even look at a 30-second like reel, sizzle reel of it.
They wouldn't even take meetings with you?
Nothing, nobody.
But you know Kris.
Who?
Kardashian Jenner.
Oh.
Couldn't she get you on E or something?
I don't know if she would like get me a gig. I don't know. Maybe I'm happy to do an eye pencil line if anyone, Kris, if you're watching. But I will say I actually talk about her in the film because while all the crazy Trump stuff was happening, I was living next door to Kim and Kanye.
Oh.
And I actually tell a story in the movie about the very night that the picture went live. I was having dinner with Kris Jenner and she came over.
The
and she
picture
was
of
super,
the head.
Yes, and she was
with
actually
Trump.
super sweet and comforting, so I talk about it in the movie.
Kathy, that was 2 years ago.
2.5 years ago.
Why are people...
Oh no, so today, I'm here, I have breaking news. So today, just last night, I don't know if some of you guys have seen this, it's actually too graphic to show, the New York Times wouldn't even show it.
Oh, they can go on your social media though and see
Yeah,
it. You still have
because
it up?
what happened, I did put it
I
up
saw
because
it.
I think it's important. The fact that this photo that I took, which was not illegal, covered by the First Amendment, you can be
head,
offended
the
by
bloody
it, it's okay. It was a mask with ketchup, but you know, and you know, I was under a full federal investigation by 2 federal agencies.
And blocked from flying.
I was on the no-fly list.
How did you get here? Did you walk?
I'm off. No, I was actually exonerated. And like when Trump goes, I was exonerated. No, I have a letter from the government actually saying I was exonerated because they were investigating me and considering, and this is a historic story in our country, considering charging me with the crime of conspiracy to assassinate the President of the United States.
In the meantime, on your social media, the video that we can't show, but I've seen it, is the president with a gun.
Yeah, there's a
Killing
video
people
out. And he's doing it in a church like Dylan Roof, which is really bad news. And they made a video of Trump, you know, doing a mass shooting inside a church. And the last 2 people he murders are me and Hillary Clinton. And so the reason I talk about it is, you know, this thing will get all ginned up again. So like the same groups that came after me 2.5 years ago, they're gonna be reinvigorated. And frankly, we don't know how people take that video. So it's really, really violent and people's heads get blown off. And you know, Stephanie Grisham, the White House press comms director, was trying to distance herself, but they played it at Doral, one of his golf clubs.
It's a fake video, but they're trying to make fun of it.
Yeah.
Kathy, how do people receive you in the streets? Like, because for me, I'd be like, hey, Kathy.
Yeah, all kinds of ways. I mean, it depends. Things have gotten better now. I will say this video today is not going to help, and so I already have been in contact with the FBI again. And so people are a little bit of everything. But like, I have been, you know, confronted on the streets many times.
Has your house been vandalized? Your mansion, excuse me. She lives
my
very...
mansion that I paid for cash.
Okay.
That's right. That's right. You heard me. Cash. That's right.
Do people tomato
Save
your
your
house?
money, ladies. Save your money, because you never know when you're going to need it.
Look, do they tomato your house?
No, but when
Spray
I go
paint it?
outside, it's really odd because, you know, I don't know, like, who's one of them. Like, who's, you know, people thought that I was in ISIS, okay, you guys? Like, they weren't just mad that I held up a mask with ketchup on it. Like, they then manipulated the photo and it went global, and I cover that in the movie. Like, I didn't know it was in Arabic papers, it was in papers in Russia, China, and saying Kathy Griffin, jihad asset. So people will come up to me on the street and, you know, think I'm in ISIS, and these are obviously like the hardcore Trumpers, and it's very bizarre. You know, I'm going to be 59 in a couple of weeks, and, you know, once again, this video comes out today, and I'm like, would you really want this to happen to, like, your mom or your aunt or, you know, and since the photo 2.5 years ago, I'm still like...
So you don't feel like the tide is turning?
I don't know. I mean, I still don't have a gig. You know, I don't have...
So you paid for your whole on-demand special by yourself?
I paid for the film myself, and we even filmed the documentary portion. And
on an iPhone? On
an iPhone,
your boyfriend?
Yes, my boyfriend.
You guys are still together?
Yeah, we're still together, 8 years.
Okay.
Yes.
Nice.
Yes.
And he's here now?
He's here
now.
now.
He's in the building, he's in the building.
That's right, he's in the building. Still 19 years younger, ho. And so, yeah, it's kind of a lot, you know what I mean? Because I worry about his safety even.
Has this caused turmoil at one particular point? I don't mean to be nosy, but I am.
No, it's okay. It has with our families. Like, his family is super, like, they're very vocal online about how they feel about me, and that's hard for him to deal with. And none of my family members talk to me. Not one Griffin has contacted me. Like, my cousin.
Now, hold on now. Are you serious?
No.
So how has that affected your relationship with him?
Oh, I think
Does he
it's
sometimes
made
sleep?
us closer.
Okay.
Because, you know, when you go through something like this that's so immense, like when the United States government and the president and the attorney general come after you,
Yeah.
and they put you on the no-fly list, and then I was on the Interpol list when I could finally travel overseas because I couldn't make a living here, and I'm still, you know, I have no network that will touch me, no streaming service.
If you were a man, this would have already been forgotten about. Like Eddie Murphy and Dave Chappelle have already been forgiven by the gay community for their homophobic
And they're getting $40 million deals.
Yes.
And so I just want to say, like, I always, you know, still want to talk about pay equality because, you know, I know every woman fights it, but in the stand-up comedy world, it's really not that much better since when I started. So one thing I did during this last couple of years, is besides make the movie, is I actually bought back my own library because it's really all about licensing and ownership. So I paid a lot of money to buy back all 6 seasons of My Life on the D-List, all 23 of my specials, the 2 seasons of my talk show, and here's the best part. It's worth nothing. Nobody wants to buy it, but I'm hoping like someday if I kick the bucket or something, somebody's gonna be like, hey, I wanna show those specials. They were funny or whatever. So I own them now. You gotta come get them and you gotta pay me what you would pay a man. What you would pay a man.
Yeah.
That's what I want.
All right, so Jenny McCarthy, as we talked about on Hot Topics, is out with Ryan Seacrest. She quit New Year's Rockin' Eve.
Ooh.
Yeah, and I know you used to do it with Anderson, but now he does it with Andy.
Yes.
By the way, what's your relationship with Anderson? Did he turn his back on you, or did he? Oh,
sorry, he did. I mean, you guys all saw it, so I can't lie about it.
Wow.
And it hurt. Like I always.
How do you get along with Andy?
I say in the movie.
Cohen.
I don't get along with Andy Cohen.
What celebrities do you like?
Well, not Andy Cohen. I mean, he was terrible to me. He fired me from Bravo, and he was a horrible boss the whole time I was there. And you know, he gave himself a talk show, and he still runs the network. He's the only person in the history of television to give himself a nightly talk show, which magically gets picked up every season.
So would you, if Ryan Seacrest called you and said, "Come host on New Year's Eve," would you do it?
I love that you think ABC would like come anywhere near me. I mean, I wanted to. Here was my thing that I pitched for the last 2 years, and nobody was smart enough to bite. I wanted to do New Year's Eve Live with Kathy Griffin and Stormy Daniels. Thank you. That's a show. That's right. That is different. It's thinking outside the box, if you know what I'm saying, ladies. I still got it. And I think it would just be fun. And so, you know, I don't know. But right now, I'm still like too scary to all the. It's just funny. Like everyone's so afraid.
Like if you go to Craig's,
you know,
for dinner.
Yeah.
Do you have to wait a long time for a table, or they tell you we're full? How do people in Hollywood treat you?
Not well. I don't go to Craig's anymore. I don't go out that much anymore. I went to one Emmy party and like hardly anybody talked to me. But the night before, I got to do this. Be part of this really amazing show at the Greek Theater, like 7,000 seats capacity, and Jane Fonda performed, and and Lily Tomlin and Sia, and it was a celebration of the 50th anniversary of the LA Gay and Lesbian Center.
Yeah.
And that was just a whole different scenario, and
Yeah.
people were like really great. And obviously the LGBT community is being marginalized, as is people of color under this administration. So I'm just here to make you guys laugh and hope we all get through this. And you know, gotta laugh no matter what. So
It's nice to talk with you.
I love talking with you always.
Kathy Griffin, everybody, give it up for her. Check out her new film. It's called Kathy Griffin, A Hell of a Story, anywhere you can buy or rent movies. We'll be right back. Welcome back. It's time for Ask Wendy. Everybody have a seat except for you. Come on over.
Okay, hi.
Over. How you doing?
How you doing?
What's your name? Where are you from?
My name's Michael. I live in New York.
Okay, what do you do?
I do window displays for Bloomingdale's.
Fabulous.
Yes.
That's like Rhoda used to do that back on the Rhoda
That's
show.
correct.
All right. Well, how can I help you?
All right, so I was recently referred to as a cat daddy because I had two beautiful cats who I take very good care of. We do like the treats and the toys get delivered every month. And if the guy doesn't like the cat and the cat doesn't like the guy, then that's that. Yeah.
Well, I mean,
And I'm wondering if my cats are keeping me single.
well, I don't understand. It's not that they're allergic to them. It's just that they don't want cats around.
Sometimes that's the case, yeah. Sometimes people don't like the allergies and, you know, the cats move around a lot and jump around.
See,
and
I do believe in
wake you
people
up.
first. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
Even
yeah.
though I do have cats and I treat them well as well. Although I don't buy the toys. If you throw a bottle cap down on the ground,
No, you're right,
they have fun all day.
Yeah.
I stopped that toy thing. But I will tell you, you know, I don't know your cats and I don't know your household and I don't know the demeanor of the men that you're bringing home. But I do say my love life and people first.
Correct.
Okay.
All right.
And so you'll have to figure this one out. I'm sorry. I don't have a concrete
I
answer for
appreciate
you.
it, thank you.
You're very welcome.
Thank you.
Oh gosh, from head to toe.
Thank you. Thank
How you doing?
How you doing, Wendy?
What's your
My
name?
name is Donna from New Jersey, and I'm a new grandmother.
Okay,
So-
congratulations.
thank you so much. So my daughter has her first child, right?
Okay.
And I'm a mother of 4.
Okay.
But every time she needs advice, she never takes it from me. So I'll say to her, why don't you take my advice? I raised 4 kids. She says, no, I have to ask my lactose consultant or my chocolate milk panel or the doctor from the job. So my question is, do I continue to offer it or just leave her alone?
Continue to offer it. You know,
Okay.
you can't force advice down kids' throats. I don't know what the lactose consultant is.
Me either.
But, you know, between the doctor and what are the chocolate milk panel, her friends?
A group of black women that breastfeed. Chocolate milk. Oh, it's called chocolate milk. Yes.
Here's, you know, no matter how youthful and vibrant we are,
Right.
children will always look at us as being decrepit.
I know, right?
You know what I'm saying?
Yes.
So just continue giving her advice
Okay.
and then wait for her to one day come to you when she's really in a pickle.
Okay.
Because they always return home.
Yes.
Okay?
Can I say hi to my granddaughter?
No, you just did.
I got that.
Okay. Up next, everybody, Wale and Jeremih are performing their new single, On Chill. Don't go far. Our next guests have a #1 song on the urban radio charts, here to perform their hit, On Chill. Give it up for Wale and Jeremih.
Hey, hey, hey.
We've been on a tragedy for months. Why can't you agree with me for once?
Yes, sir.
Maybe we can be on chill tonight. Maybe I can give you chills too. We've been on a tragedy for months. Why can't you agree with me for once? Yeah. Maybe we can be on chill tonight. Maybe I can give you chills.
I'm getting mine like fine wine measured in time. Many upper brothers left you, but this pleasure is mine. It's no for us to say that I love you for now. So that want us be comfortable now. Yeah. Who you loving, who you wanna pull up with. Who don't care who you dating, long as you can, you trust me. Let's try and hear all your problems. I can lighten the load. Cause I'm protecting you from them. Yeah. Life hard, ex-lovers is like scars. And stop hurting, but never forgetting what it was. I was a youngin', biggest enemy was the club. Voicemails on third rings, messing
We've
me
been on a
up.
tragedy once? Why can't you agree with me
Say
for
what
once?
now? Let's go.
Maybe we can be on chill tonight.
Let's go.
Maybe I can give you chills too. We've been on a tragedy for months. Why can't you agree with me for once? Yeah. Maybe we can be on chill tonight. Maybe I can give you chills too.
Let's go. They switch up on you, I'm gonna stay the same, yeah. I pull up on you, then put it in with patience. I'm good when we got it, I know expectations. What good is a title when shawty been a wave, yeah. Let me illustrate you, let my tongue repaint you. It's already where, have you had a brainstorm? Hurry where I can take you, just know that my face good. Modify your energy so your bank and your skin glow. Max feel, let it fly, I be up in there a lot. Just to show you I don't care, go wear it to that house. We don't share whereabouts of the gossip, the hood love. Just supreme confidence, if we good, let's go.
We've been on a tragedy for months. Why can't you agree with me?
This is everybody's favorite song, you know that?
Maybe we can be on chill.
I need y'all to sing the tone.
Maybe I can give you chills. We've been on a tragedy for months. Why can't you agree with me for once? Yeah. Maybe we can be on chill tonight. Maybe I can give you chills. How about that? I'm trying to make it up. Wanna be the one to call it out. They pick your body up and call it out. Dance. How about that?
Go louder.
I'm tired of making it up and falling out.
We're gonna take them there.
Wanna be the one that call you out.
We're gonna take them there. Number one song in the country. Let's go.
We've been on a tragedy for months.
Take them to church,
Why
black
can't you
people.
agree with me?
Take them to church,
for
black
once?
people.
Maybe we can be on chill tonight.
Say what?
Maybe I can give you chills. We've been on a tragedy for months. Why can't you agree with me for once?
Happy birthday, India.
Maybe we can be on chill tonight.
Wow, that's crazy
Maybe I
right
can
now.
give you chills. Oh, yeah.
Wow, that's crazy in stores now. You already know what it is. DC, Maryland, Virginia, I got you.
Thank you. All right, so now, congratulations, Wale, on your new album. So how'd you hook up with Jeremih?
I mean, that's. Oh, we're not on no more.
I thought we were on there.
I known him for like 7-6 years, you know what I'm saying? This is our third, big record. It's our third record and our third big record.
Yeah.
Third number one.
Well, thank you both for stopping by. I believe I'm gonna see you both later on.
For sure.
If you know what I'm saying. And I think they do. Wale's album is called Wow, That's Crazy. It's available wherever music is sold. We'll be right back. Yeah, hard to find sometimes. Hi, okay, you know, October is Breast Cancer Awareness Month, and our audience eye candy is a breast cancer. Everybody have a seat, except for you and your beautiful pink shoes. Our audience eye candy is a breast cancer survivor. This is Karen, and she's from Connecticut. How you doing?
How you doing, Wendy?
So, take us through your journey.
In 2004, 3 months after I was married, I found a lump.
Oh, God.
So I went to the doctor.
Where were you when you found the lump?
I was in the shower.
Yeah.
And it was breast cancer. So my husband and I were shocked.
Okay.
But he's always been my rock through everything.
Yeah.
And so in 2008, I can tell you I beat cancer.
Good for you, Karen. Good for you, Karen.
But it came back. It came back. And this time I decided I was gonna go public the second time. Okay. I launched a website, Pretty Wellness, where I'm inspiring survivors to live happy and healthy lives.
Good.
And now I'm a 2-time breast cancer survivor, and it's been 15 years.
Good for you, Karen. Well, here's your diva fan. And by the way, what I love your whole outfit. But the shoes particularly because they have a nice, comfortable heel and they're pointy, not round.
They're awesome. I love them. I love them. They're so pretty and they fit and they're comfortable.
Thank you for spending time with us. Congratulations on
being here.
surviving. We've got a $300 gift card for you. You can spend this anywhere where you want, including more good shoes.
Oh my God.
We'll be right back. Yes, Karen. Star Trivia. Let's meet our player. What's your name? Where are you from?
I'm Ada from the Bronx. How you doing,
How you
Wendy?
doing? What do you do?
I'm in the Air National Guard and also work for the Postal Service.
Very nice. Well, I guess you need a break.
I do.
Thanks for spending it here with us. You having a good time?
Yes, I am.
Perfect. They told me you work also a bar or something too?
No,
Is that
not a bar.
All right, the music was loud in the background. I thought this. Is that a hickey?
No.
Just asking. All right, I'm gonna ask you a question about a celebrity. You notice how her hair, though, is pulled over, like she's trying to pull a fast one on us. A star in the Walk of Fame, okay. Who is the first rapper to get a star on the Hollywood Walk of Fame? Is it Diddy? Puffy? Damn, I never call him Diddy. Puffy, LL Cool J, or Queen Latifah? Go.
I think it's only right that a lady did it first, so Queen Latifah?
Absolutely. Here you go. Queen Latifah got her start in music and TV and movies back in 2006. But for you, you're going home with a gift card for dinner for Fuego de Chao. Enjoy. Good food. We'll be right back. I love Michael Rappaport, and he's gonna be here tomorrow. I got you covered with the juicy hot topics. I love you for watching today, and I'll see you next time on Wendy. Bye.
Nice.